Hello people, Sexy Vegan, the author here, and this shows you how to properly wrap your seitan if you want to make cutlets out of the basic seitan recipe from the Sexy Vegan Cookbook, Extraordinary Food from an Ordinary Dude. That's me. If you have obeyed my commands thus far, you should have 6 equal-sized portions of the basic seitan recipe. So take each seitan blob and lay the smack down. They should be nice and tender, especially if they're at room temperature, and that will make it very easy to do. Now look at this, you have this thing that looks like a cutlet size thing. So you're going to do these in pairs, and you'll see why in a second. So get your piece of foil and take one of the cutlets and wrap it up thusly. Again, we're making sure that it's not very tightly wrapped, just wrapped enough so that it all stays in when it expands. But we do want it to expand because if it doesn't, it will be very rubbery and not fun to eat. So do this, and then do that, and then do it again to the rest of them. So now you'll see why we cook them in pairs. We have 2 packages of seitan, and we're going to put them together with the seam sides touching each other. This is so that they do not open up when they begin to expand. Now what we're going to do is wrap them in another piece of foil, and this way the pressure from them expanding will allow them to expand just enough to have a nice tender texture, but they won't expand too much so that they're spongy. It makes it just right. I do consider myself a genius for coming up with this system of seitan cutlet making. So again, this outer piece of foil that you're wrapping the 2 cutlets in is going to also be somewhat loose so that they can expand. And now you just steam them with your trusty steamer basket according to the directions in the rest of the book. And you can pile the packages on top of each other while they're steaming. It doesn't make that big of a deal. They'll all cook evenly because it's surrounded by steam. And now here's some other pictures of food from the Sexy Vegan Cookbook, Extraordinary Food from an Ordinary Dude.